Oh, what are your thoughts on the AMD 3D Vcache upgrade in 2022? 15% increase. Yeah, I could talk about this for do you guys want to talk about this before we call it? I now that I saw Alder Lake, I'm having second thoughts about Zen 3D. The best testing methodology is the one that supplies your needs. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. I do what I want to see in a video. And you know what I mean? And if subscribers want to come along for the ride because that's what they want to see in a video, then fucking hallelujah. You know what I mean? If somebody didn't like the way I did something, then you gotta find a content creator that matches your style, or you gotta become one. That's all. That's it, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can do. No one has a right to be salty about other people's businesses. That's weird. Dude, same with my consults. Do you know how many people are just salty about the consults? They're fucking salty, dude. Like, I can't believe people pay this guy $500 to overclock their computers. What a fucking scam. Jufes is ripping off his... Like, am I holding a gunpoint to people's fucking heads here, dude? Maybe somebody just wants to support... Like, why are you mad that people want to support my channel? That doesn't affect you at all. But... that's from like Hardware Unboxed is getting salty at Nvidia's business practices. All you can do is boycott. That's what you do. If you don't like something, you boycott it. It's fucking as simple as that, dude. It's as simple as that. I boycott AlphaCool still. I don't talk about it every fucking day. I don't buy shit of none of their fucking products. Nothing for AlphaCool. You know what I mean? I just do it personally, right? You don't have to fucking tell the whole world about your salt, right? Super fucking weird. Anyway, back to this. Okay. Anyway, back to the Digital Foundry makes sense too, because that guy sucks Nvidia's dick daily, right? He's like a Jensen dick sucker, right? Where's my mouse here? Okay, so we're gonna go over this. Let's see if there's actually any good criticisms here, right? Okay, shouldn't you use DDR5 frequencies for Alder Lake? Why DDR4? I'll just say wait for my DDR5 versus DDR4 review. It should be up next week. Just wait for that, right? Now reducing 100 XT. This will be the next video. I'm doing this right now. You got me pointed. Reviewers deliberately gimping Intel testing and undoing standard default UEFI motherboard. Keep up the good work before DDR5. Okay, cool. That guy's a cool guy. I'm gonna give him a thumbs up. None of this is reliable. I'm gonna fucking heart that shit. See, comedy, man. Just fucking heart that shit, dude. Like, let's heart this and make the guy think, oh, why did Jufes heart this? Am I right? Is it a conspiracy theory? Is Jufes doing something behind scenes? You know what I mean? Let that guy fucking mental mind fuck himself for a couple days, right? Did you do 59-58? No, not in this video. I will for the next video. Well, this with 3 CPUs and 3090, the test should be done in 4K. Here we go. Here's a stupid ass comment. This 3 CPU and the 3090, the test should be done in 4K. No one games in 1080p with high-end components. Literally, my entire Discord does, dude. I have a 10900K 5.1 video and gaming 4K 65-inch all max setting. More than that, who can see the difference between one? Who can see the difference between 156 and 300? People that play competitive shooters? You can tell this guy doesn't like. I get this shit all day long, dude. This guy, this actually should have went to the dumb YouTube comments in Discord, right? Just buy the lowest price and have fun gaming. I don't disagree with this, but all the rest of this I disagree with. The guy has no idea what he's talking about, right? Got shit here. The send it button. Didn't I do that? show us 12600K versus 5800X. Yeah. Do you want to just buy them for me? Why do people say that too? I don't like, what the fuck? I already blew my budget. On this shit. Can you just use all that money the supporters give you and do this one test that I want? What the fuck? Can I heart my own comment? Yes, I can. Even better. Good man. Excited to see Raptor Lake 8+16. We need more big cores, not more little ones, right? In my opinion, right? This is coming. Oh yeah, the conspiracy theory. Yeah. This is a good one. Okay, let me read this. Who else is thinking Intel is still on 14 nanometer? Looking at the power draw and the die area, it looks like Intel may have shrunk the transistors by a tiny bit, but mostly they created a larger core. It uses more power. They could easily have achieved this on 14 nanometer, and it doesn't really look like 10 nanometer. And it's absolutely a joke to compare it to 7nm. I think he's probably talking about TSMC, right? Is Intel lying to us, and have they made much of a move to catch up to the rest of the industry? They just cranked the core size and power consumption and followed. I would disagree with that a little bit. The power consumption is a bit better. This is literally why they did small cores, because, okay, now I can see this. Or you know what I can see? I can see it being some form of like Intel might have like retooled their 14 nanometer somehow. Do you know like 14 nanometer, like add another plus on that shit, right? You know how TSMC does like node compatible nodes, right? So like TSMC 7 nanometer is node compatible with TSMC 6 nanometer. It's the same machine doing it, right? But they've made tweaks that I can see because, and the reason why I'm only even entertaining the thought of this is like they hit the same core clock frequencies at the same voltages, the same ring bus voltages. It's how did they get 10 nanometer to be the exact same as Comet Lake in every single? But then why was Rocket Lake such dog shit too, right? That's the only wrench in that argument. Why did Rocket Lake suck so bad, right? But I can see some component of this, of it not being true 10 nanometer. I can see that. How the fuck did they get 5.3 gigahertz on a brand new node? How the hell did they do that? And how has AMD not done that yet with a better node, right? It's really weird. It's interesting. But yeah, I can see some part of that, right? I've been telling people for a while now that 10900K is basically dead even with the 5950X. Oh yeah, dude. Get 10900K all day long, dude. It just works. And it wins in so much. I didn't even do the Ubisoft titles, dude. People that think these tie, you gotta remember that video that I just did was like single threaded focused retro simulation type games, which even though the 5950X that I was using an all core overclock, it still favors the cache structure of this thing, right? If you go play any fucking Ubisoft game on the planet, this wins by like 20-30% and shit like that. It's crazy how much this one is faster overall than a Zen 3, right? It's just it didn't show that in this specific video, right? Just show GPU bottleneck performance, and I see gaming test method really focuses on CPU. MMO test would be amazing. Yeah, I might do New World because it's so CPU bound, right? Cool. Thanks so much to this guy. Dude, you keep this up and we won't have to cringe through hardware unbox GN and LTT fish trying to figure out whether these things are actually good. Thanks for the hard work and footing the bill. No, thanks to the subscribers, man. They really did pay for this shit. 100%. And all the Twitch subs and stuff that you guys do. Absolutely. I answered a lot of unknowns. Just wait till I finish all my testing, dude. Absolutely. What board did you use for the fucking MSI A Pro one? But there's only, it's the only one I could get on launch, right? Sorry, but I did notice that I seem so much more responsive in all those reviews and gameplay videos. Why is it so snappy? I don't really know what this guy's talking about. It seems much more responsive on all those reviews and gameplay videos. Probably placebo of some sort. Not really sure what this guy's talking about. No. Who the hell is this? Where's my money? You talked mad shit in the comment section. One of your videos 2 months ago, and I bet you money until you people will wait for the time, okay? Because it would be the biggest gen improvement in 5 years. DDR5 does suck. 10900K is 10% slower for half the cost. Biggest gen on gen improvement in 5 years. I think we might have different definitions of what a biggest gen on gen improvement might be, my man. But it's not the biggest gen on gen improvement. I would say this, yeah. Ryzen 3000 was complete dog shit, but Ryzen 5000 actually brought it back up. Don't care. Don't care. Where's my money? I don't even know who the hell this guy is. This is another example of people think I know who they are. Like even dude, people that pay me $500 for a consult, I don't remember who they are 2 days later. I interact with way too many human beings on a daily basis. Way too many, dude. There guy the other day, he's like, oh yeah, a guy messaged me. He's like, I bought some B-dye. Can we touch up the tune? I'm like, sure. What platform do you have? He's like, dude, you did me 4 days ago. I'm like, I don't even remember your name. Like, I don't fucking, dude, I have to go back into the chat and scroll that shit. Like, I have no idea who this is. But thanks for being a subscriber. You know what I mean? I don't fucking know, dude. The general consensus of this is 99% of the people in the Discord are sticking with their 10900Ks. It wasn't a large enough improvement, dude. Even in my video, I made it seem like a larger improvement than it actually was, because it was like Borderlands, dude. Do you know what I mean? Like, that game is like, it uses one thread. Crisis, this guy is confusing. See, I even kind of did it to myself. You guys remember how I was saying how I wanted to do less synthetic, more use case type of benchmarks? This guy took it way too far. Like, nobody's gonna go back and play Crisis 1 with Alder Lake. Nobody's gonna go back and play Borderlands 2. Those were more for like my curiosity, right? If you're playing Warzone, there's no fucking difference. Do you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Anyway, you missed on power. See, here we go. It's a new product, so yeah, it'll perform better, but you missed on power consumption and heat it produces compared to AMD. Not the purpose of my channel, my man. Sanabil, if you see the next video, I don't do power consumption, and I don't do heat. I I do whatever the hell you have to get more FPS. If it pulls an extra 100 watts, then so be it. You just figure out a way to cool it. You delit it. You put liquid metal on it. You put a tech cooler on it. You do whatever the hell you can to cool it down, right? I don't do cost per frame. I don't do power consumption, and I don't do heat or noise levels. I don't care about any of that shit. Not my channel. This is more of a mainstream concern, right? Frame Chasers Consulting me to fix it for you. Can you do these tests in 4K? Oh yeah, Nikki's got this one covered. Good man. I don't see the point of all these tests to purely test. Oh yeah, I already replied to this guy too. It's weird that a lot of people don't know that like 1080p 360 hertz is like what a lot of streamers use to like play competitively. Like why is this resolution and refresh rate so jarring to people? Do you know what I'm saying? It's weird. Let me catch up here. If you check with Digital Foundry's comment section, it's worse than Alder Lake. I don't watch Digital Foundry's content, man. It's so biased. It's brutal, dude. I can't watch that shit. I can't. Dude, dude, on Alder Lake's launch day, when Alder Lake came out, when the 12900K launched, I didn't watch a single review video from any tech tuber. They're all fucking useless, dude. For my purposes. That's what I'm saying. If you don't like, we were talking about this earlier. If you don't like something, you just don't watch it. You just boycott it. I already know how those guys do their testing methodology. I already know who's biased towards what, or against what, or which company. There's no reason for me to watch any of their content. That's it. That's fucking it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't watch any of their fucking content. There's no point, right? Don't like. I try to like teach people that or tell people that like I don't go on Reddit. It's fucking pointless. I don't go into comment sections. It's fucking pointless. So like when somebody in the Discord is like, "Hey, did you guys see Hardware Unboxed tweet on?" I'm like, "What are you doing? Get this fuck out of." Doesn't matter. Go play a game. You already know how those guys are. What, like, I don't know. But again, I'm pretty anti-drama, right? People kind of like that shit. It's like, oh, did you see what this guy said about this? Who fucking cares? I can play a game in the time that somebody is caring about what somebody else said. I could be playing a fucking game. Do you know what I mean? But thankfully, I do have enough supporters and stuff that I can do my own testing. So the fact that I can do my own testing means that I don't have to watch any of those shitty fucking... Just like that other guy said. He's like, thanks for fronting the bill. Soon we won't have to watch any of these shitty ass fucking cringe videos. I feel the same way, dude. I don't watch any of their content. I don't have time for that shit. It's like, what am I gonna see? It's like, oh, another 3200 megahertz benchmark. Oh, I did watch Optimum Tech for like 5 seconds. I used to have respect for that guy on some level because he plays shooters, right? I go to Optimum Tech's 12900K video. He's like, I use 3200 C14. I'm like, I clicked the fuck off of it, dude. I'm like, get the fuck. I can't watch your content either. Like, fuck, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's pointless. I couldn't waste another second watching that video. Like, I'm out of here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck's the point? It's just, it's worthless, dude. It's a waste of time. Like 99% of content on YouTube is a complete waste of time, dude. Because YouTube is an unregulated medium. It's not regulated. I don't think it should be. Freedom of speech and all that shit, right? But anybody can grab a microphone and a camera and say whatever the hell they want. And society over time has deemed that if you have a camera and a microphone, you are an authority of some sort. So you can say whatever the fuck you want and somebody will believe you. Gear 1. Yeah, you did an all-core overclock 4.7 Ryzen towards fair. This is a fair criticism. I'm you know what the problem is? I was a little salty about this one, but you know what the problem is? I'm so used to Warzone benchmarking, and it just works better with all-core that I didn't even think about using PBO. And this was actually one scenario where setting up that dynamic OC switcher would have been, but man, I just can't be spending that much time in the BIOS. Like, I just don't fucking care that much, right? So, but it is a valid criticism. So I just said, even if the PBO boosted to 5 gigahertz just by some miracle, and it scaled perfectly, just add 5% to whatever numbers I had. Who cares? Like, do you guys remember that whole bullshit where it was like, the only reason the 10900K wins is because you have it at 5.4 gigahertz and not 5.3. Like, where the fuck is the grade 1 algebra here? Like, where the fuck is the math? You, like, 5.4 to 5.3 is 2%. Just take 2% off the numbers, if it means that much to you. Or if the PBO means that much to you, take the numbers, add 5%, but add some magical fucking percent, and then you have your answer. Like, why are people so hung up on this shit? You know what I'm saying? Just add the math. Just do the fucking math. You know what I'm saying? Updated BIOS for UHD 770. I was planning on doing some content around this, but more into the future. Like, is this a viable single streaming PC platform? Right, later in the future I might do that, right? Maybe if the little cores can take care of OBS, right? Maybe if you have another graphics card, another slot, and a capture card, another slot, right? But I will be doing this content in the future, so stay tuned for that. But it's not really a priority right now because it won't get that many clicks. I got to get the 6900 XT and DDR5 shit out first, right? Bro, can you test an FTX game optimized mode? Basically, you download process lasso, launch a game. I'm not doing this, dude. Okay. What the fucking damage? I was uploading a Leela. Oh, there you go. That's it. Totally worth it. You guys can all suffer for if she's uploading cat pics. You guys can fucking suffer. That sounds like a you problem. The cat pics come first. Yeah, this comes back to I don't know if this is a valid strategy or not. It could be, but this comes back to I don't want to spend 20 hours in a BIOS screen for 5 FPS type of shit, right? Like there has to be a time limit on how many hours you're willing to spend optimizing a system, right? Otherwise it goes on forever. So I didn't do any tertiary timings in my like any of the systems either, right? I don't have time for that shit, right? Like that's it. That's my answer to this one. It's like I don't know if this works or not. It might, but at some point as a reviewer, you have to just draw the line on a time limit. Do you know what I mean? And if you think that this is valid, you got to do your own testing at some point, right? Like do all this crazy fucking wizard shit and then just compare your numbers with mine. That's the best that you can do, right? Oh, there you go, right here. I was talking about this earlier. Nice try scamming your viewers $500. Imagine charging $500 for a shitty. I guess I'm just gonna heart that. You sound mad. You sound mad. You know what? I've had maybe. Can you consider that Zay situation an unhappy customer? I haven't had a single dude. So this guy thinks I'm scamming people where when I'm making 6 figures and not a single unhappy customer. Jay Nelly, $25, my man. I don't like this is the thing I'm talking about. Why do people get so upset at somebody else's business model? If it was a problem, wouldn't they just put in a PayPal claim and get their money back? Right? No, there's no fucking issues. They're always happy as shit, right? Jay Nelly, my man. My man. How the fuck are you getting those frames, dude? That's fucking awesome. And this is why I can charge as much as I do. Holy shit, man, you are a breath of fresh air. So other channels are fucking cringe, corporate, mentally lazy. Yeah, lazy is a good word, I think. Jay Nelly, my man, did you have a reason for the tip, or are you just tipping? You want me to send you a CD key, man? You know what I mean? Fuck that, Jufes. Thanks for the $500 console, buddy. I trust you way more than those twats with. Thank you. I don't even remember who the hell you are, but I thank you, my man. See? Another person that's happy as shit with a consult, right? Happy as shit. When was the last time you saw Mutex crash? Never. All the other streamers are crashing. All the fucking time. Mutex hasn't crashed a single fucking time since I finished his PC, dude. Not once. Riddle me that shit, fam. Riddle me that shit. Anyway, where's my mouse here? Oh yeah, lazy. Lazy is the correct word here. But Linus is pretty lazy. Jay's 2 cents is pretty lazy. Those guys are pretty lazy. Hub and GN put in a lot of work, just from the sheer volume of work that they have. So I kind of understand their cutting corner ish. Like, I understand, like, if Hardware Unboxed is benchmarking like 30 games, the guy literally doesn't have time to max out every single fucking platform. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's kind of sacrificing performance for sheer volume of sample data in games, right? That's why I was only able to do 7 games, and I was fucking dying, dude. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and Gamers Nexus does like temperatures, power data, heat, he does all that other additional shit, right? So again, this comes back to that other guy's comment, can you try all this wizardry? At some point, somebody has to draw the line on time invested, right, for a video, right? Jay's 2 cents said overclocking is dead. Yeah, that's why my numbers are all insanely higher than all those guys, right? So that's why. Let me catch up here. Thank you so much, my man. You see how many positive comments there are versus the negative ones? I kind of feel like I should ban that guy. You sound mad. Like I already know this guy's not gonna provide any value, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna remove him. Hide user from channel. Not providing any value. If it's different if you want to question what comes in the consult. It's like, hey, what comes in the consult? What are you charging 5? That's different. Not like you're a piece of shit scamming your viewers. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, I don't think you belong here. You know what I mean? Good man. Good man. What about the heat the processor makes? How much watt he takes? Don't care. But yeah, it runs cool and quiet in games, right? No problem. Did you use different settings on PUBG? Oh, I noticed this too, actually. Um, I actually noticed this while I was doing the recording, and then I went back in the video settings every time, and it was the same on all of them. I don't know what the fuck that was. It's almost like it's almost like the textures didn't load in on some of the runs. I bet it's PUBG though, dude. Who fucking knows? PUBG, half the shit doesn't load on PUBG, dude. Do you know what I'm saying? So I did notice this, but I can assure you that the settings were the exact same on all three of them. I just don't, you know what I'm saying? Let me catch you up here. Where's my mouse? Oh, you saved me from buying. Oh yeah, that. Oh, you're JP Nelly. Oh, I guess that's me. I didn't even put that. I didn't even put those together because I wasn't sure. I was actually gonna say, Jay Nelly was another guy that got a console. It's happy as fuck, right? But I wasn't sure if that was the same guy or not, right? Yeah. Look how many consultees are in the chat, man. I don't see any fucking problems. I don't see any complainers, right? Let me catch you up here. I covered that one. This is coming in the future. Add 5% more if you use DDR5. We'll see in the future. Yeah, seems like everybody wants that DDR4 versus DDR5 comparison, right? Not sure how you only have 9K subs. Growing takes time. It takes time. Growing and snowballing takes a lot of time. So I'm people tend to only see the results. They don't see the journey, right? So yeah. This guy is the internet's best kept secret. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate the good comments. Catching up here. Can you test Arma 3? Probably not. Unless there's a huge demand for that game, but yeah. Catching up here. I don't care about any of this. BIOS Unify X is good. No. No. Thanks so much, Playboy, Discord man. I've seen this video. I give all of. After seeing this review, I get the what the fuck feeling about all the other reviewers I've seen. People bitching about power use, praying that do not turn on PBO and Ryzen there. Like, yeah, dude. Complaining about hypothetical cooling issues. I agree with this. Basically grasping at every fanboy straw they can just to like, yeah. Moore's Law is Dead talked about this too. There is a lot of a lot of weird but again, I don't watch other people. I don't look at comments, so who gives a shit, right? But there is a lot of this as well. There's a lot of weird ass shit around this launch. And oh, I didn't tell you guys. So a Hardware Unboxed, something they are useful for. Hardware Unboxed, they talked to retailers in their local area, and apparently they were saying that 12th gen wasn't selling that well, which is kind of surprising, right? And then when I went to go pick up my CPU and motherboard on launch day, when I was at the store, I was like, I'm surprised there's no, I was talking to the dude, I'm like, well, there's no lineup for these things here. He's like, I know, I'm really surprised. So I can my sample size of one can confirm that. It's super weird, dude. This thing is literally the fastest CPU, and people are hesitantly not buying it. Or maybe it's just not fast enough, right? It's not too much of an increase to blow all that fucking money. Or they really just think that you need DDR5. And those motherboards are way too fucking expensive. You're looking at $1,000 for a DDR5 board and RAM. Maybe I'm pretty sure that's probably why. Or the Windows 11 thing, right? A lot of people think that you need to run Windows 11 to make this work. Maybe an amalgamation of all that shit combined. Windows 11, platform cost, DDR5. There's just too much fucking shit. New CPU cooler, new socket. Too much of a switch of too many things, you know what I mean? But I can confirm that, though. There wasn't a single person at the store waiting in line for this thing. I was the only fucking guy. I'm like, what? Like, oh, do all these people know something I don't? Like, what the fuck? The FPS boost would be dramatic. Keep the RAM that you have, man. It's good enough. Let me catch you up here. How the hell do you get that FPS? 3080 is crap. Yeah, that's a strange comment, huh? This is why. Do you guys remember that problem we had maybe like almost like 6 months back, a little while back? There was that issue of people giving wrong information in the comments. I cannot guarantee the validity of the comments in the YouTube comment section. I happen to pick this one up. 3080 is crap. It gets the same FPS as a 3090 in Warzone. In fact, I actually have the 3070 Ti in this thing right now. I was gonna launch Warzone quickly to see what a 3070 Ti could do, but what the fuck do you use? A 3090? Only card better than 3080? Yeah, no, 3080 gets the same FPS as 3090 if tuned correctly. You'll have to join the Discord, have a consult. Oh, see, so this guy played the market and made a good decision, but he's giving bad advice, right? Yeah, so this guy's something with this guy's setup is just fucked, right? I get that all the time too, where it's like, how much FPS should I be getting? I don't know, man. Just go fucking pay for a consult. If you can't afford it, just go through all my videos and figure it out, right? I said, Scott, bro, I'm dumb as fuck, but your videos help, and if I get my PC, good affordable, thanks. You're actually testing everything out, man. Thanks. Thank you, sir. This guy is concerning hardware enthusiast. I was like getting emails that this guy was like responding to every single fucking comment in the last like 3 videos. I'm like, I appreciate you being a fan, but hardware's not that serious, dude. Like, just chill the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like he's like arguing with people about Rise, and I'm like, just stop, guys. It's not that fucking serious. God, arguing with Razvan. Like, god damn, dude. Razvan's a long time fucking subscriber. This guy's been here for, yeah. Oh, look, shows right there. 7 months. Cool. I didn't know that was even a thing. Look at that. Subscribed publicly for 7 months. Oh, 3 days. That's a new guy. Cool. 3 months. Yeah. So like what's this guy arguing with Razvan for? Chill the fuck out. Like, everyone's entitled to their opinions, right? Just chill the fuck out. Relax. P-core optimization. I can't talk about this because hardware. I mean, consult thieves. Oh yeah, the teabagging. I'm glad people like that. 270. Oh, what are your thoughts on the AMD 3D V-Cache upgrade in 2022? 15% increase. Yeah, I could talk about this for. Do you guys want to talk about this before we call it? I now that I saw Alder Lake, I'm having second thoughts about Zen 3D. Alder Lake was better than I thought, man. I think this is still gonna lose. Here's why. Increasing the cache doesn't change the architecture nor IPC. IPC in like gaming. What cache does do, cache reduces the need for memory bandwidth / latency. But you're still on chiplets. Period. So if you take this AMD 3D cache shit and you go to the Nakatomi Plaza, you're still going to have the same lows. Now, My prediction, right? Now, you're gonna have the same in those type of scenarios, but let's say, do you guys see the PUBG side by side that I did? Do you see how? Actually, that could go either way. So the PUBG side by side, the FPS of the 5950X and the 12900K was kind of almost the exact same, right? Because that entire thing already fits in the cache. So by increasing the cache even more, I don't think that would increase the FPS. It's not doing more commands per cycle. It's not, there's not more frequency doing more cycles. Like the FPS is, so the 3D V cache thing is like, what's a good example of where that would work well? Like, you know where this would work well? Okay. Do you know how, you know how do you know where the cache thing could help? Do you know how there's some parts of downtown in Warzone, or do you know the, you remember where the stadium used to be and now they have those really large high-rise, those cranes or whatever, like the construction area? If you go there with the Ryzen chip as well, Superstore, there we go. Superstore. Okay, if you go to Superstore with the Ryzen chip, you get a super low, right? Because of the assets that are in there, right? Now, in Superstore, maybe the cache increase would make it so that low goes away. But at the plaza, I don't think it would, because there's too much at the so how do I articulate this, right? It's like, how do I draw this? Like, so cache, let's say you're at the plaza, let's say you're at like 300 FPS, right? And you go towards the plaza, you're at 300 FPS, and you hit the plaza. This is like your cache, right? All of a sudden, the amount of assets that have to go into your cache is too large, has to go out to memory. Huge frame dip. You have to bounce from the CCD to the IO die to the memory to get the assets, back to the IO die, back to the fucking CPU cycles, right? There's too much lag here in the chiplet thing, right? Now, the more you increase the cache, the higher this bar goes. Does that make sense? The more you're fitting in there. Do you know what I mean? So maybe instead of a low of like 150 or 160, maybe you got a low of 170 or 180. But if it has to do this process at all, you're gonna have a huge dip, right? Huge ass fucking dip. But the highs shouldn't be any different, is what I'm saying, right? So like if you go to like farmland and you're at like 360 FPS and everything's already in the cache, more cache wouldn't, I don't think, I could be way wrong on this, but having more of it, like if you do a CS:GO benchmark, I don't see it increasing FPS in CS:GO because that entire game fits in the fucking cache already. So so increasing more cache isn't gonna make CS:GO any faster. Do you know what I mean? Now, I could be way off base there. I'm just kind of assuming that's how it would work in the Warzone context, right? But if I'm correct on this, then Alder Lake is still gonna be the way to go because it's monolithic and the latency to memory is just so damn low, dude, and it has large cache. Chiplets will never beat monolithic in gaming. Never. Of equivalent process node and all that shit, right? Never. You can't, dude. You can't. You can't. Or okay, let me rephrase that. Until we get HBM chiplets on that bitch. Now, if Zen 3D had like a gig of fucking 3D cache on it, that'd be a different story. Then there wouldn't be any lows at all, right? This wouldn't exist because the whole thing would fit in the HBM, right? But the 3D cache isn't. It could be enough. Well, yeah. What if it is enough, right? That's the thing. What if the 3D cache is enough to fit the entire plaza in it of assets? Then you won't get a dip at all. Then you'll just be at 300 the whole damn time. It's possible, right? And that's where that 15% increase shit comes from. It's removing the IO die bounces out of it, right? Out of the equation. Do you know what I'm saying? Would that still win? Because I don't think it would, right? The 5950X gets like 170 FPS low with the plaza. The 12900K got like 210 in the low. You know what I'm saying? That's a 40 FPS gap. Let's say it does fit in the cache, right? 170 times 15%. No, it would still lose, dude. The IPC, the IPC and clock speed of Alder Lake is too fast, dude. It's too fast. Like this chip, 20% IPC over Zen. Hang on, Viewer. I'll give you another button in a second. And let's say 5.3 or 5300. Fuck. 5300 divided by 4.7. And a 13% clock speed bump. And latency. Right? This is just too fast. It's too fast for Ryzen, dude. Even with the Vcache shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I long story short there, I think that this is not gonna win. Yeah, I don't think so. Unless I'm wrong on how the cache works. If it does increase FPS in CSGO, it might take that back, right? I don't think it would. Because in CSGO, it fits in the cache of the Alder Lake CPU, that 30 megs of cache, it fits in there. So when it already fits in a cache structure, now you're looking at IPC and clock speed. The faster the IPC and the clock speed, and the more it can access the cache faster, the higher the FPS. It's the same thing as, would you rather have 32 gigabytes of 4400 C14 speed, or would you rather have 64 gigabytes of like 3600 C14? This is going to be better than gaming because the entirety of the game already fits in the memory. You don't need more memory. If you just increase, it doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? Dude, half of my consoles, I'm telling these fuckers to take 2 sticks out because they bought 64 gigs of RAM. I'm like, take 2 sticks out. They're like, don't I want 64 gigs of RAM? No, less RAM, faster. Cache would be the same thing, right? He will not share because he makes money. Yeah, I would share if the world wasn't full of rats. Yeah, it's true. It's just full of fucking rats, man. If you want to do consults with Alder Lake, you got to fucking figure it out yourself. 1080p. The goat ham slice. The goat speaks. See, I find most mainstream CPU reviews useless. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Check this out too, right? I'll show you how many subscribers I got just from this one video, and there's a lot of people that are in the same camp as us, right? They're just sick and tired of mainstream numbers. They're just sick and tired of it, dude. Good work, good work. See, power draw, don't care. Oh yeah, can I buy PC components from you? That was a weird one. I've gotten this a lot too, though. I'm like, I don't sell parts. I don't have any parts to sell, right? Watch the video, dude. Let me catch up here. Fix Warzone FPS. Who cares? Can you benchmark Warhammer? Nah. Congrats on 9K subs. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Only true tester. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. See, this guy's just commenting all over the fucking place. It's everywhere. Why is Intel forcing all these other workloads and other tech channels when the thing wins in games anyway? We talked about that earlier with the talking points, right? Same shit. It probably goes for CPUs. If you want to have a pre-release, a review sample, you got to have the talking points, right? Can you do 4K benchmarks, please? No. Battlefield, I will do a video on this. Comes out this Friday, I think. I'll have a day one of this. Probably. I'll do a 6900 XT mumbo jumbo first, and then I'll have Battlefield ready to go. Maybe I'll stream it on Saturday, right? Not enough GPU boxes in the back. I gotta hoard that shit, dude. Gotta get that Ethereum while I can. For the algorithm, thank you. Not all heroes wear capes, guys. Rob Early. Good man, Zach. Is the ROG Strix the best motherboard? Don't have a... I already talked about motherboards so much. Fuck, I don't care. Oh, why are the GPU temperatures so high? I answered this as well. 10900K system here, custom loop. 11900K, I used a 3090 with a fan, but I locked both the core and memory to the same. Doesn't matter, right? Can you check for me 100K? Spoiler alert. I tested this right after and it was dog shit. You need an Nvidia card with Warzone, period. Okay, I think unless we trust on gaming performance, so I appreciate looking to stick. Thank you again. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. I think that covers everything. Very useful benchmarks. Everyone's so happy. I'm happy that everyone's so happy, right? Okay. I'm going to kill ya. That guy. That's what... Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Those 4 people today. Thanks, guys, so much. Jay Nelly for the 25 bucks. Again, guys, cannot appreciate the subs more with the Alder Lake launch. You're really helping me out here. And then now I can hoard up more money for the next launch that's going to cost me 10 grand. The 4090, right? Thanks, everybody. I'll see you all later. Glad everyone enjoyed the content, and talk to you guys later after dinner.